So dopping is where you attach a stone to either a piece of wood or a nail. This is a tool you can buy out on the market, but I like to just find dowels of different sizes, and I also like to use nails. You have to be careful when you're using nails though, because you obviously don't want to catch them on the machine. But I'm going to demonstrate with this nail, and I'll do one with just a regular wooden stick. Dopping typically is done with wax. This is a super glue and baking powder combination. So what I like to do is stick my stone in, and I'll kind of bury it in there so it's level. Then what I'll do is dab a little bit on the top. So this is Gorilla Glue, but it's not the Gorilla Glue, the one that kind of puffs and foams, what they originally started with. You want to make sure you get the actual like super glue. So I'm going to dab this on there and leave the stringies there. Then I'm going to stick the thing on there and smush baking powder into it. And what this is doing is it's going to calm and activate and kind of create a cement with the baking powder and super glue. So this does need to sit for a few minutes, so you can pull it out and strategically prop it somewhere, or sometimes I'll just leave it balanced sitting in there like that. So these stones you can buy kind of in those bins that have the various stones. You can get these, but you want to make sure you flatten it first on one side, and then you'll be able to connect it to that side, and then you can shape the rest of it. So you'll just want to pick whichever side you want to be your pretty top, and then stick it on the machine, flatten it on the bottom, and then you can attach pretty easy to the flat spot. So let's see this one real quick. It's been in long enough. So I just try to get the excess off of here. Looks like it's attached. So now this is ready. You can hang onto this and hit it on the wheels, get it all shaped up. Depending on the stone later, when you want to get this off of the nail, sometimes you can stick them in the freezer and they break off. I've just sometimes stuck them in some super hot water and they come off. Every once in a while they'll need acetone, but most stones will not survive acetone. So it's almost like you have to dunk it the wrong way and then let the acetone kind of creep up, and then really watch it and get it off as quick as possible and get the acetone off of there as quick as possible. And then I usually do soap and water after acetone. So, but the freezer works pretty well a lot of times. Same thing with the wax for that, because it cools it and kind of freezes it and breaks the crystal structure of it. So you can just pop it. Sometimes you'll need to heat up your stone here because it'll need a little heat to get it to stick. These have been used before, so I just stuck them on this side. So I'm gonna grab some of this. There are different hardnesses of wax. So we have two different hardnesses. I like to just get it. It's kind of like taffy. You just want to play with it a little bit. And then you're going to stick it on here. It will be hot, so you want to be careful. And you just squish this down. Get it. I usually just like smush it and spread it as much as my fingers can tolerate the heat. One of the key things here is to make sure it's centered. You want to center with the nail, and you want to center with the dowel. So that feels like it should be good. You just set that there. Sometimes you can prop them with something, have like cross-lock tweezers to hold it, and then you just have to let it cool. But we'll see if that sticks. I probably would have waited a little bit longer until it was a little more liquidy, but that might be all right.